Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of I Said What I Said podcast. Today is another week of special guests, and this week we had trouble finding special guests, especially because of the schedules of everyone.
Yeah, like we had like 8 special guests in mind before we
That's really you.
before we finished on one.
Okay, we'll give you a hint of who it is. She's blonde hair. She's really smart.
Yeah. She has the same first letter as the person who was here 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, right.
But give it up for Amber.
Hey guys, I don't know how close the mic should be, but hi.
Yeah, it's okay. So how are you doing today? How was your half day?
Like the PSATs were like fine, except for like my last like 2 math questions, which were
I agree so much.
Yeah.
I had like 1 minute left because I thought they were all gonna be the same, but then the last 2 like killed me.
So if you guys don't know, we took the PSAT today, for 9th grade, and like there's like a reading and writing and then like a math section, and so like the reading section was honestly fine. I didn't have any issues on the reading section, but then the math section, the first 2 questions were really easy. So then I was just like wasting my time away, and then I got to like 5 minutes left on the last 2 questions, and I like could not figure them out. So I did just guess on the last 2 problems, but it's okay.
Yeah, I forget. I thought the last 2 questions for mine were easy.
I think that
it's probably like different ones, especially because of different math levels.
It's different like levels, and then I think it's like modules, you know.
Oh yeah, I had those. Yeah.
Well, yeah, everyone had like 2 modules for both.
Okay.
But
Yeah. So
it was just practice too. It was just practice PSATs. I thought the English one was pretty hard. Well, like the first question was really hard. I was like, what the fuck does this mean?
I actually liked all the reading. So normally I feel like on like standardized tests, they give you like an essay that you have to read, and then you have like 4 questions about it. They gave you like a sentence or a paragraph, and then the question was sort of easy. But also the paragraphs that you were reading were low-key interesting. Like they would be talking about like makeup, like oils, and like stuff that like I don't even know, and it was like
Mine
cool.
were all like historical speeches.
Oh.
Mine was like poets, like poems.
I got some of those also.
Yeah, it was all poets, and like it was like, and I also got like rewrite this in like standard English. That one's
Well, that's like the grammar ones, right?
Those are grammar,
Yeah.
and conventional.
I'm really good.
Yeah.
I'm really good at them.
Yeah, those ones were like fine, but then some like one of them would be like 1 word, like what does this mean? And the next one would be like 5 paragraphs that I had to like decipher.
Yeah.
Or
And it's like summarize this underlined sentence. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah, say that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, practice SAT. Honestly, I think that honestly, this is gonna sound like super, like, I did so good. But I would not be surprised if I got perfect on the writing, or in reading, because I actually thought that I was, like, nailing it.
The thing is, though, it was, like, it went by really fast. So then that meant I had extra time with it.
Yeah.
And it was so boring. It was, like...
Yeah, I had extra time for like the reading, but then again with like the math, I was like struggling for the last few questions.
That was probably me, but the other way around.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't know why I went quick with math. I think it was just probably just like a bunch of like stuff. One thing that I didn't learn though was the exponent algebra.
Okay, yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
the only one I
it's
didn't
like
know.
it's like 4x squared y.
Yeah,
And you have to like simplify it.
Yeah, it was like t. No, it was like. It was like.
Oh, I think she's talking about parabolas and quadratics. Like
what
x squared plus 3x plus 3, something like that.
Yeah, I was like, what? I never learned this.
Those are quadratic.
I literally had to use the quadratic formula for one of them because I could not. It wasn't factorable. So I was like really, I was like really happy that I like actually Miss Prince made us like memorize it.
What's the formula?
X equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a.
Yes. I have no idea what you guys just said.
You're gonna learn it. It's like really dumb. I don't even know why it exists. Anyway, but yeah, if you don't know, like the like PSAT thing is like on at least the like the thing that we were taking it on. Like when you were done all the questions you were taking in that section, you had to wait like a number of minutes before moving on. Like you were given 30 minutes for a part of the reading section, but if you finished before the end of the 30 minutes,
can I put my legs on you?
sure, you would just if you were done, it's okay. If you were done all the questions before the end of the 30 minutes, you just had to wait until the 30 minutes ended. So I was finished my reading and writing in 10 minutes, and I had 20 minutes left, so I just sat there.
Yeah.
And it was so boring. So, yeah. That was one thing I really didn't like.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's my cat!
That scared me so bad. If you guys can't see what just happened. Rowan's like closet like creepily like opened, or like her like wall her like wall opened and her cat like flew out of it. It was like scary. But yeah, that was very scary. So last week, one thing that we did is we talked about the crumble cookies. And last week we had some really good opinions on them, but so this week
May I put my legs on you?
Yes, I already said yes. You asked like a minute ago.
Excuse me.
Why would you do that into the mic?
You're like,
Don't. Oh.
let's go. What did she do?
No, both of us. We went like.
You did something sus with the microphone.
I don't want to do sussy baka emotes.
Me neither.
You know, basically during stage crew, I was like washing rollers and like paint rollers, and I was like doing a sussy like emote.
And then when we picked her up, she said to Dennis, I was doing sussy bucket emotes with the paint rollers. Enough about that. So the first
It's like Amber's Danny DeVito pillow.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're like,
I don't know. What else? It's just his head. Like, I don't.
So the first cookie is milk chocolate chip,
it's just basic.
which actually, sorry, I'm not even gonna show because you're not gonna be able to see it, but
Okay.
it's basic. It looks good. It's really good. Yeah. The next one is I don't even know.
Tres leches cake.
Tres leches cake.
Tres leche?
Tres leche.
Yeah.
It's like 3 milk.
So I don't want to show the next one.
I'm so wild.
Yeah, it's 3 milk.
It actually looks really good, and
It's like a type of dessert.
it looks really good.
Well, yeah. So I would expect so.
Next is maple cream sandwich.
That one looks nasty.
It looks like a really bad Girl Scout cookie or
Yeah,
something.
it looks like a shortbread cookie that tastes like cardboard. It looks like it would taste like cardboard. It looks like it has no seasoning. I don't even know what.
Why would you put seasoning on a cookie?
Flavor.
I meant like ginger, cinnamon. Okay.
So those are spices.
Fun. Next is caramel apple. Now, when I first looked at this, I thought that I wouldn't like it. But looking at it
good.
now, I think that it would actually be good.
I think it's just a sugar cookie with apples and then caramel drizzle on it.
Really?
I mean,
Well,
okay.
No, it looks like I feel like the apples would like as long as the
Why are you looking at me?
apple's more like oxygenated and like bad. You know what I mean by an apple being like an apple was like brown when it gets oxygenated.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the word oxygenated?
is that even
Oxidated? I don't know.
Antioxidant.
Sounds like I said sedated.
When it gets sedated, the caramel apples.
I have no idea what these words mean.
I mean, you know how like if you were to leave an apple out, it turns brown.
Yeah, like or like something like rust or something.
I wouldn't like if that happens to the apples on top of that cookie because that would be nasty.
Oh, well, yeah.
Next is chocolate peanut butter pie.
That sounds good.
So
Yeah.
I actually don't really like peanut butter things. Like I don't really like Reese's. I don't really like Reese's. So
I don't love peanut butter, but like I'll eat it in desserts, so I'd probably eat that.
next one is pumpkin chocolate chip.
That one sounds good.
It sounds good.
I think it's
but
just
it doesn't-
basic.
It does. No, I just looked at the picture. I was like, ooh, and then you showed me. I was like,
It's like brown, like mushy.
Oh.
It looks like
it looks like a
overcooked.
it looks like a weird like muffin top mixed with a scone. Like
Yeah. It looks like the top of a Wawa muffin.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, that was I don't know where that was. I was like, it's the top of a Wawa muffin. I don't. That's just like an observation.
Where do I know where it goes?
Oh, we need to tell you this story.
Okay.
That's the end of the crumble cookies anyway. But we need to tell you this story. So on Monday, so we're filming this on a Wednesday, and normally we film our podcast on Monday.
Yeah.
But Roman's computer wasn't working that we film on, so she had to like get a new battery, and her computer still isn't fixed. But anyway, so
on a loner.
we weren't filming, and we were just like hanging out, and then her little brother, his name is Nolan, he came upstairs and started attacking us, and he was like, I'm gonna break your face. And then he like picked up her chair and was like throwing it, and we were like hiding under the covers.
I wasn't even doing anything either. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, he just came upstairs and started yelling at us. And then he was calling her like the B word. And also, like he was like, are you dumb, stupid, or ugly? JK, you're all three.
Oh, he was clocking me.
Kind of got you, yeah.
He literally like broke her bathroom door. Like he like put it like off the track.
Oh, because it's a sliding one, yeah.
Yeah, I fixed it, but I mean, he broke it like a while ago as well. So like, he was like breaking it again. Like he broke like.
I feel like there's always something wrong with your doors. Like, there's never nothing wrong with like.
Because my house is really like old,
My house is
and
really-
You also
and I don't want to.
Sorry, that's a really long time ago when you were downstairs and your mom took your door off your away because you were like slamming it.
Yeah, I mean,
My-
your parents don't do that when you're young.
No.
My house is like I don't think they'd be able to get the door back on, honestly.
Yeah, because my door, you can't even like it like shuts a weird way. It's like
Yeah, our doorknobs like don't turn. Like you
no,
have
it's
to
just-
like.
the door doesn't fit into the frame.
Oh.
Hello, what?
So when you close it, it's like I don't know if
You
that's
have
You have to like you have to like punch my bathroom door to get it open.
I locked myself in your bathroom last time I was at your house. I was like, hello? I was like, hello?
So funny.
It's scared. Why is it funny?
Because it's like sitting like alone in your bathroom. She has like an like literally like when you imagine like a bathtub, it's literally just
Oh yeah, because it's not in the floor. It's
Yeah,
like
it's not
it's
like
it has like legs.
it's like
That's what they're called, like chair legs, like table legs. They have no.
my house is like not it's not even like that old. It's just like it's we were told that our house is like basically when we got our roof, not even our roof, when we got our floor slash roof, because it was like the floor of our second story, the ceiling of our first story. When we were getting it redone, we were informed that our house is basically collapsing in on itself slowly, and that's why our doors don't fit into place because the house is like squishing itself. Not very. It's like very, very, very slow.
Yeah, so like when do you have to like get out by?
I don't even know. That my mom just told me that. My mom said our house is slowly collapsing in on itself, and I was like,
casually,
okay.
oh, Lucy, by the way, the roof is falling.
And no, it's not even like that.
Lucy, by the way, like our like rooms are like shrinking like each day.
Someone's,
It's
like,
like
squeezing
it's
it.
like how like every year like the countries get like North America moves further to Antarctica
Oh,
because
like
of like the
Pangea.
move. Yeah, like, it's like opposite Pangea.
Yeah.
Like that's how our
Oh
house.
my gosh, I was doing a social studies test once. It was like on like no, it was a science test, never mind, on PSSAs, and it was talking about Pangea, and I was like, I know what it's called, but I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called. That's what I meant. And I was so mad, and then I asked my dad, I was like, what's when we like it like separates, and he was like Pangea, and I was like, no, I got so mad because it's the only thing I know about in social studies.
Yeah.
Pangea.
I remember in literally science we've learned Pangea more than we learned it in social studies.
I know.
Because in 6th grade we like made a Pangea with like the puzzle pieces and stuff.
But we should talk about concerts for a second because there was a lot of people who went to the Billie Eilish concert last week.
And then
I was
last
so-
night, I'm sorry. And then last night Sabrina Carpenter came. But you continue.
I was so jealous of who went to Billie Eilish. I loved her ever since like 2016. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I was so jealous, and this one girl said that she would get me concert tickets, and I was like, no, you wouldn't. So I'm
Oh, yeah.
begging my mom to get me concert tickets, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Like just to Billy or in general?
Just to Billie, yeah, because I love her so much, and I'm not a big fan of her Hit Me Hard and Soft album, but I would just love to go as like to it because she plays other songs. She played other songs too.
Really? A couple years ago, I really wanted to go to the Eras. Not even a couple years ago. I still want to go. I want to go to the Eras tour, like very, very badly. And like, I wanted to go in Philly, and I made an essay and I sent it to my dad about how I want to get.
That is so funny.
And he was like, "No, Lucy."
Why
And
would you listen to that?
I want to find the text messages because he said for $2,000, let's go see Tyler Swift instead. It's like the opposite. Like,
Of Tyler-
Walmart
yeah.
version
Taylor Swift, Tyler Swift, yeah. He's gonna take you to one of those like fake ones.
It's
That-
like the birthday party where she's like, "Cause the player's gonna play." It's gonna be like, "It's just Ashley. It's just Ashley."
It's just Ashley. No, but he actually did. He sent me a thing, like very like a little bit later. He sent me a thing that was like a Taylor Swift sing along. He was like, do you want to go? And I was like, is it real Taylor Swift? And he was like, no, I don't think so.
Like, at that point, just have your friends over and do karaoke. Like,
I mean, I basically do that like every time.
you can watch the Eras Tour movie. Like, you're asking to go to the Eras Tour because you want to go to the Eras Tour's movie.
But I went to a Melanie Martinez concert, and that was actually really fun. I went there 2 times. The second time was probably the best. But
I wanted to see Cigarettes After Sex, but literally,
it was like
literally,
$30.
also the Wallows came on my birthday.
That's crazy.
And I was, I think I cried when I found out.
You were at Philly too at that time, right?
No, I went to Philly Outlets. That was a couple days before my birthday. But I don't think that was on my birthday.
But it was still...
But yeah, it was still like I was like because if I had been able to go see Wallows on my birthday, they're my favorite band, by the way. I think I don't even know what I would have done. I wouldn't even care if I got like tickets like all the way in the back. I'd be like, yes.
Yeah, but I love Cigarettes After Sex. That's probably definitely my top 3. They're just so good, and they're so relaxing too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Mara has gotten me into like classical like jazz music because she listened to it while she was studying, and then she sent me like a video, and I was like blasting the background, and I was like, why are you listening to that? And she was like, it helps me study. And then I played some of it, and that was like my favorite thing to listen to, like even when I'm not studying. Like,
wait, send it to me because I want to listen to it.
All right.
I need like an example though. It's like I know what you're talking about, but I need an example. Bless you. Oh.
Thank you.
All right.
That's like Black Swan and White Swan. Hello?
Well, this is Swan Lake. But yeah, classical music has been helping me study so much, so thank you, Mara. Anyway, yeah. Speaking of like studying, what's your favorite class right now?
My favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I really like the literacy class because of Miss Fleck. Like, we haven't started To Kill a Mockingbird yet. I know you have.
Yeah.
But, so I don't know if I'm going to like that or not, but I have, like, what we've done in the past.
Is Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, is that like the court case or something?
No, that's 12 Angry Men. But
No, but I thought yeah, that's what I asked. Yeah, because Dennis was saying that.
Right, but like, yeah.
I can't wait for you guys to read Lord of the Flies, because then you'll picture Fregley and Rowley having a baby.
So at my birthday party, Dennis described a kid from Lord of the Flies, the movie, as looking like a mix between Fregley and Rowley if they had a baby.
Okay. Love that.
But
Okay, Lucy, do you want to talk about your GIEP?
oh my god!
Put it in.
I'm leaving that in. I'm only gonna leave that in, not this entire conversation, just that.
Like, I like flashed like my butt to Lucy today, and like
Before we were recording and we were sitting at the microphone, she was like twerking and like,
No, you're doing a glam bot.
oh yeah, it was we were doing a glam bot.
no, you literally were twerking.
Yes, but she's twerking in the glam bot.
I'll cut this out.
Okay, but what's your favorite class right now?
My favorite class right now is probably Gifted Lit because we read a lot in that class, and reading, I actually do like reading, and I like the stuff that we're reading. Then,
I like reading, and I like the stuff that we're reading.
I also like environmental science because I like the people in there, and I like French because I like the people in there. Yeah, and that's one of my favorite classes. I don't really love any of my teachers yet. I mean, I love Miss Fleck, but like I haven't really connected with any of my other teachers, but it's okay, we'll get there.
For like actual learning, I would go with like choir and biology as my favorites. Because I'm not like a literacy person, but I like it because of the people there.
Yeah, for sure. I'm so much more of a math person.
Right, but I don't like math this year because I don't like how she teaches, honestly.
I love how she teaches.
Really? It doesn't.
I love
work for me.
I love her just giving us practice problems and letting us figure it out. I'm like, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I feel like there's like bigger stuff that, well, everyone in the middle school like taught for ways that really helped me learn math.
Oh yeah.
So because they went really in depth and they were like very like they told you like why certain things work. So that was
actually
yeah.
The lessons were so in depth for math in middle school, and then in high school it's like, and here's a practice problem, and now we're done.
Yeah, because I don't even know what we're doing in like this year.
You guys want to know something funny? My math teacher doesn't even my math teacher gives us the homework, but like when you go on the homework assignment, it just shows the answers.
Yeah.
Hello.
When I got on here to go on the camera, it was like one of your assignments, your homework assignments, and I saw the answers in like blue pen.
Yeah, I was so confused. And I mean, the thing is, she doesn't show the work, so I think it's like for you to check, I guess. So like it'll be like, this is the answer, but how do you get to it? I think that's like what it says.
Mhm.
But what's my favorite class is probably I like health, but like not because of like probably the people in there. They're like really funny, and my favorite like
Me and Rowan
learning
have helped together.
yeah, my favorite learning class. I don't really like science because environmental science because I'm not I'm not used to being in honors.
Yeah.
So I get like such tricky like homework and like
That's
tests.
also a hard class.
Quiz.
Honors
I
environmental
was
science
so,
is a really
like,
hard
annoyed.
class. It's very like extensive and like.
I'm barely passing. I have a 66.
Oh.
I know. I'm really upset because like I really thought like I was happy that I got into honors and I thought I was actually like really smart with it, but like I'm like the only one failing. Like
Honestly, if it's a challenge for you, then like even barely passing is like good. Like if it's challenging for you but you're passing, then that's something to be proud
it's
of.
just the quizzes that I'm
Yes.
like stuff on, but when Amaya gets like the test like Quizlet thing out, because I take notes, I study. I don't know why like I do so bad on it, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say my favorite like class is English. It's really nice and warm in there, and it's just like really cozy.
Like warm,
Yeah,
like
it's
vibe,
really
or
warm.
like actually warm.
Like warm, like
Vibe.
like when vibe when you walk in, and
I would like that.
I love the teacher so much. She's really nice, and her work is so easy, and just I learn a lot from it. Cause we're getting into depth with like conflict, characters,
Okay.
like in the stories and everything.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't want to sound mean, but I feel like I'm the only smart kid in that class because
Are you in
smarter.
honors or CP?
I'm in CP.
Yeah. Okay.
But the thing
That's
is,
what always happens. I feel
that's
like I feel like honors is such a jump from CP. Like you're a really good example of it clearly because there's like a lot of kids that are doing really well in CP that's not giving them enough challenge, and then they're doing really bad. Like they're doing bad. Like they're struggling in honors.
exactly.
So right. So they just like a middle ground.
So there's another thing I wanted to talk about, and that was that recently there was like a series and also a documentary on Netflix about the Menendez brothers. I don't know if you have seen that,
I think I've seen them before.
but
Is like the show called Monsters on
Yeah.
Netflix? Yeah.
have you
then-
seen this at all? Or
No, not at
I'll
all.
explain it to you. I'll explain
Okay.
it to you. So like basically in like 1989 they like sorry my stomach they got like they were they're two brothers. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Two brothers, and their names are Eric.
Eric, get me
No,
on.
their names are Lyle and Eric.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you
And-
said their name was Connor.
No. Cooper and Nicholas are the actors' names.
I thought that's why I was so confused. I was like, are you sure that's their names?
Their names are Lyle and Eric. Basically, in 1989, and like in the years before that, their mom and their dad. So their dad was like abusing them, like, and their mom was like not like knew about it but wasn't doing anything about it. So then in 1989, they killed their parents, and like then they confessed to it, and they were sentenced to life in prison, and then now there's like they made like a documentary and a series about it, and I think that they're trying to like get them out of prison.
Yeah.
And
Could just like Gypsy Rose. Cause Gypsy
yeah,
Rose
that's what I compare it to a lot. And they're having a second trial on November 26th or 29th.
That's great that they get to go out.
Yeah, and I think there's a ton of different sides to it. Like, cause like on the one hand, like they did kill people. You
Yeah.
can't say they didn't.
But
They-
not-
I feel like they would die if they kept getting abused.
yes.
So-
The other thing is that their dad had said like, if you tell anybody about this, I'm gonna kill you.
Right.
So in another way, they were fearing for their own lives.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have to
Would you
look at a
rather
ton
go
of.
to prison or would you rather die?
There's a ton of different like sides to it, and another thing is like, and I saw somebody say if their names were Erica and Lila, they wouldn't be in prison. Meaning like if they were two girls
Right.
getting abused by their dads, they wouldn't be in prison. And I actually kind of agree with that.
I think that's how people see it. They're because they see like men as like less of victims and
Yeah.
more of like
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like there's so many different sides to it, and it's kind of the same situation. It's basically the same situation as Gypsy Rose. Like she was getting
Yeah, I understand
abused
why they get...
and killed her mom.
Wait, did Gypsy even get sentenced to life?
I don't know if she got sentenced.
No, she got sentenced, like, before she, like, left, she had 10 more years left.
But
Another thing that sickens me, though, is that, like, they edit, like, Lyle and, is that his name, Lyle?
Lyle and Ellen Eric.
Wow.
They edit the clips from the trial, like, in real life, not from the show.
Yeah.
In real
What do you
life.
mean edit?
Like,
Like, Thirst Trap
like
edit.
Thirst
Like,
Trap edit.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean edit? Like they put it in the documentary and they were like, no, they're like, come and get that. Like, no.
Yes.
and he's like, oh my god, the way he looks at her, and he's just, like, crying, and I'm like,
Oh,
what are you talking about? I saw this video, and it was, like, this girl, she was like, oh my gosh, they're so hot, I'm gonna write a letter to them, and I'm like, why are you trying to get with them?
Going through like hell and you're like,
It's just, they grew up in jail, you think they're not gonna be, like, not insane? Like, I was like, you're weird for doing that. And then the one guy, everyone, I think it's Eric. It was like, oh my god, the way he looks at her, and he's like,
he's like being a person. She's like,
turn that off.
didn't they like,
But they-
is this not like very insensitive?
They do say in the captions of all the edits that they're editing the actors. They're not editing the people. They're editing the actors.
I've seen
Because
people edit the people before,
Yes,
though.
that is not right at all.
Yeah, I guess if you like separate the actor from the film that they're in,
Definitely.
and you're, but like that's so insensitive to edit somebody's like literally trial.
Him? Yeah. Sorry, we just, like, ignored you, sorry. Oh, him? Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's so precious.
Okay.
Another thing is that from prison, Lyle and Eric came out and made a statement from their I believe from his, he has a wife, I believe, and
Yeah.
he made a statement from her Twitter account, obviously, like, with permission, that he does not like the way that they portrayed him and his brother
Yeah.
in the movie
Uh-huh.
and series at all.
Yeah, and the thing is, I know the director, Ryan.
I know him personally.
Huh?
No, because you said I know the director Ryan. I was like, oh, he's like your friend.
I will talk to Ryan about this.
I will be discussing this with him. No, but, yeah, he, like, did not portray it. And the same happened with the act, too, with Gypsy.
Yeah.
Also happened, too. It was not, like, half of the stuff that was... You can never, like...
You can never know exactly what happens because you weren't there. We were talking about this last week.
But, yeah, and it's just so saddening, especially... Shut up!
So I mean,
No, it is the word, but it is so saddening.
let's go with upsetting.
It is so saddening. Keeps going.
I don't know, but I'm so hooked on to things like that happening.
They're so saddening.
Stop.
No, they are really like interesting though. Like on the side where like I feel really bad for the people. Obviously, that's like part of it. But it's like just general things going on in the world like that.
And obviously, I wouldn't go too far being like, oh my god, they're so hot, I want to make out with them. Like,
Yeah.
they kill people, but also it's their trauma too because of, especially, so, you know, when Gypsy got out of jail, she, like, divorced her husband and married someone else.
Yeah.
And everyone was hating on her.
Yeah.
She can do that with her own life. Like, she was abused as a kid. Like, she was, like, her teeth were all taken out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
she was
like,
paralyzed. Like,
and-
it was horrendous. And people just hate on them. Like, they all love them, ask them to get out of jail, and then just when they make one decision,
I was
because
like, she wanted to get like plastic surgery, and they were like, "You are not allowed to do that, Gypsy Rose. I hate you."
And then like for like normal life, people are like, oh, they just bully you because they're like a little sad or they have like they're stressed. I'm like, okay, well this person was literally abused like more than half of their life, and you're mad at them for being a human.
all right, but I think that's all the time that we have today.
Yeah. Thank you to Amber for being on our podcast today.
Fun, or was it just like...
No, it was fun. I liked it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on. You're a good person to talk to.
Thanks, man.
It was actually a really good discussion today.
Yeah.
But yeah, see you later, everyone. We'll see you next week.